$81,000 per homeless person. New York City has dramatically increased its spending on homeless services, but the results are still raising serious questions.
Scary, very scary, especially at night.
I'm from Africa. I never seen a homeless white person. Yeah, I'm shocked, man. Because in Africa, they tell us.
I don't feel safe. When I'm by myself, I'm scared a lot. I have to keep my phone in my hand.
Tonight, thousands of children in America will fall asleep without a home, not because they made bad choices, not because they didn't try hard enough, but because life pushed them into a corner they couldn't escape. Imagine being a teenager, not worrying about exams or friends, but worrying about where you'll sleep tonight. Imagine being a child who thinks a car backseat or a crowded shelter is normal. This is not a scene from a movie. This is real life, happening right now across cities that look rich and developed from the outside. Behind the bright lights and tall buildings, there are kids sitting on sidewalks, holding on to their parents, confused and scared. Many of them were living normal lives just months ago. They had homes, schools, routines, and dreams. But one small shift, one lost job, one unpaid bill, one emergency, and everything collapsed. Homelessness in the United States is not just about adults anymore. It's about children growing up too fast, teenagers losing their direction, and families being torn apart under pressure. These stories don't always make headlines, but they exist everywhere. And the most heartbreaking part is, most of them never saw it coming.
$81,000 per homeless person. New York City has dramatically increased its spending on homeless services, but the results are still raising serious questions. According to a new report, the city's spending on homeless individuals jumped from $102 million in 2019 to $368 million in 2025. That works out to roughly $81,700 per person living on the street. Despite the surge in funding, homelessness has actually increased by 26% since before the pandemic. City officials say they've expanded outreach and helped connect over 1,200 people to permanent housing in 2025. But auditors say it's still unclear which programs are working and which ones aren't. And if that's unclear, it kind of seems like you're just throwing mud at the wall and seeing what sticks. Well, without the seeing what sticks part. The report highlights major issues with tracking results and measuring effectiveness. Spending is expected to rise even further, reaching $456 million by 2026. Crazy numbers there. Click that follow button to stay up to date, and don't forget I have a free email newsletter. I send this out every morning, 7 a.m. Central. The link is in my profile. Click that link, drop your email in, hit subscribe, and you'll be good to go.
Before we go any further, if you're new here, take a second to subscribe. This channel is about real stories, real issues, and the kind of truth people often ignore. If you want content that actually makes you think and see the world differently, make sure you're part of this community, because the more people who watch and understand these realities, the harder it becomes to ignore them.
Ty.
Yes.
Ty, how old are you?
18.
Are you originally from Arizona?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I am.
What's your situation right now?
I'm just homeless, and my parents are on hardcore. My father just got out of prison, so things aren't doing too well right now.
So your dad just got out of prison. Where's your mom at?
My mom's in prison as well. Yeah.
So you don't have any family out here? Do you have any siblings?
No, I don't.
Aunts and uncles? Any grandma, grandpa?
No. No, I don't.
Where are they all at?
Most of them are in jail. Yeah.
So you just come from a family of people that are getting locked up all the time, or what?
Yeah.
How was your childhood growing up?
It was pretty good. You know, a lot of abuse and a lot of mishaps, but I'm just glad to be single and out here, you know, just doing my best.
Who was raising you while your mom and dad were in jail? Or in prison?
Well, probably my aunt and uncle. They're doing their best to try and raise me. Yeah.
Do they know about your situation right now?
No, they don't. No.
How come you don't let them know what's going on?
Because I can't get a hold of them, really, I guess you could say.
You don't have a phone out here?
No.
How come you haven't got one of those free Obama phones?
I would just say because I really don't have just the time or effort or money. Yeah.
You don't need any money. They're free.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like in every corner out here.
Oh.
So, you said that you needed some money for the bus pass right now, or
Yes.
where are you going right now?
Try to get back to Tolleson best I can. I'll probably go towards McDowell, and then from there just.
What do you do out there?
I hang out with friends that just do their own thing.
Are they other homeless people, or?
Yeah, they're homeless, but they keep me sheltered.
Yeah. Is there a big homeless community in Tolleson?
Yeah.
So what do you do out here to survive? Do you panhandle? Do you boost? What do you do?
Boost, really? Probably. Best that I could do, yeah.
Have you ever been busted for boosting?
No.
No? Never been to jail in any kind of trouble or anything like that?
No.
Homeless or whatever you guys want to call them, do not care about that. These are people that are choosing to not be a part of society and are choosing drugs and crime over being productive citizens. In the city, like Vera Elwood, are choosing to pander to the homeless versus protecting the citizens and upholding the law. Because let me tell y'all something. This guy has a newer phone than I do. And by the way, I took that video like 2 days ago in Colombia. And if you're still not understanding how bad all of this is, think about how you can't park your car somewhere without getting charged, ticketed, fined, etc. Yet these vagrants can set up camps and get away with it. And not only get away with it, but get rewarded to do it. And let me ask you this, do you really think that they're just setting up camps and being homeless around here and not wreaking havoc? Do you really think that? Do you really think these people that are doing drugs all day and throwing their lives away are upstanding citizens in any capacity? No, they're destructive, and I'm tired of this town being stocked on crime.
The reality behind this crisis is harsh and simple. The cost of living is rising faster than people can keep up. Rent prices have increased to a point where even full-time workers struggle to afford a basic apartment. Families that once felt stable are now balancing on the edge every single month. One paycheck delay, one unexpected expense, and they fall behind. And when rent is missed, there is very little forgiveness. Evictions happen quickly, and once a family is pushed out, finding a new place becomes nearly impossible. Affordable housing is limited and demand is overwhelming. Shelters are overcrowded, and many people are turned away because there simply isn't enough space. So families are forced to make impossible choices. Sleep in cars, move between temporary places, or stay on the streets. The pressure builds silently until it breaks everything. Parents carry the guilt of not being able to provide, while children absorb the stress without fully understanding it. This is not about laziness or lack of effort. Many of these families are working, trying, struggling every single day. But when the system becomes too expensive to survive in, even the strongest efforts are not enough. For children, homelessness is more than just losing a house. It's losing stability, safety, and a sense of normal life. Think about going to school without proper sleep, without clean clothes, without even knowing if you'll have food later that day. Many homeless children sit in classrooms trying to act normal while carrying silent pain inside them. They avoid talking about their situation because of shame, fear, or simply because they don't know how to explain it. Education becomes harder, focus disappears, and slowly they begin to fall behind. Teenagers face an even darker reality. Many are forced to grow up overnight, taking on responsibilities they were never ready for. Some leave school to earn money, others get pulled into dangerous environments just to survive. Without guidance and support, they are exposed to risks that can shape the rest of their lives. The streets are not safe, especially for young people. Every night brings uncertainty, fear, and exhaustion. And yet, despite all of this, many still try to hold onto hope. They try to keep going, even when everything around them feels unstable. That quiet resilience is powerful, but it shouldn't be necessary in the first place. Homelessness is not just caused by high rent, it's a result of deeper cracks in the system. Lack of affordable housing, limited access to mental health care, and weak support systems all contribute to the problem. When someone falls, there aren't enough safety nets to catch them. People dealing with job loss, health issues, or personal crises often find themselves navigating everything alone. And once they lose their home, rebuilding becomes incredibly difficult. Without an address, applying for jobs becomes harder. Without stable income, finding housing becomes impossible. It turns into a cycle that feeds itself. Families get stuck in this loop, moving from one temporary solution to another, never finding real stability. For children and teens, this instability becomes their normal. They grow up without consistency, without a safe space to feel secure. The system that is supposed to protect them often moves too slowly or fails to reach them in time. And while solutions exist, they are not always accessible to the people who need them the most. This is why the problem continues to grow quietly, spreading across cities, affecting more lives every day.
So do you think it's necessary for President Trump to help cities in America by bringing the National Guard troops in for extra backup?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. We need it. Come help us.
Please. We really need it here in Seattle.
Seattle used to be a pretty city. It used to be a nice place, but now it's not. Everything's closing up, shutting down because people just had it.
I don't feel safe. When I'm by myself, I'm scared a lot. I have to keep my phone in my hand because I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. The other day, the smoke shop right here got robbed. Yeah, and I don't think there's as much business that there used to be.
Because people are afraid to come.
Yeah, absolutely. People don't want to spend their money when they fear for walking to the store.
I wouldn't even bring my kids down here. I have to get a babysitter if I go grocery shopping because I don't feel it's safe for them to be in Seattle with me.
Make our city safe again. He could do it.
I know he has the power, and we really need the help here.
Drug dealers down, you know.
Are there a lot of drug dealers on the street?
Yeah. Yeah.
We see a lot of people die.
You see people die?
Yeah. We've given out so much Narcan. It's really sad. It's really heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is so sad, isn't it?
We need the help here.
Yeah.
I know. We do need help here.
Oh, yeah. Tiptoe still has his dog?
I'm sharing mine with her.
That's right. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
That's how you come. Oh, great. Thank you.
What church?
All right.
I like when I see people eating.
Brother, boy. That's good.
Never that Tiptoe.
Good looking.
I feel like I need to move that for you so you can sit down more comfortably.
No?
No?
All right.
You okay?
Yeah.
Gee, this is really sad. 55th, right in the heart, 1 block south of 7th Avenue, Carnegie Hall. This poor soul lives here every day. The AMEICANS administration does nothing about this, nothing. And they talk about, oh, we're taking care of the homeless, the emotionally disturbed. This man is in dire need of help. Now, I'm not the mayor yet. I can't get him into a mental health facility. I can't clean him up. I can't get him out of this squalor, but I can certainly feed him. There, by the grace of God, goes any one of us. Adams doesn't understand this. Cuomo released them from the mental health facilities, and Zoran Mandamini has no plan for them other than to house them in subways. Here you go, sir. Sir, here. It's a sandwich, okay? And a bottle of water. You need the water desperately, don't you? You need that water, okay? Now, what's your name? Oh, God, Curtis. Okay. Man, I'm telling you. I become mayor, I'm going to help all of your fellow brothers and sisters out here in the streets and subways. You know Curtis. I'm down. All right, enjoy your meal. Yeah. Enjoy your meal. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm from Africa. I never seen a homeless white person. Yeah, I'm shocked, man. Because in Africa, they tell us everything is in America. And then when we come here, yeah, it's just shocking. Nothing against you. It's just shocking to see me, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. All right.
We got to go to 35th.
What is it like on Skid Row?
Scary, very scary, especially at night. If you have to walk to the bathroom, I won't walk alone. Too scary to do that.
In California, they've literally spent $24 billion on the homeless situation. Has anyone done anything to help you?
Just the shower center over there. That's the only people who have helped us at all.
And you have this young son with you. No one's reached out to help you?
No.
And how long have you been out here on the street?
LA total 15. I mean, my dad just died, and when he died, I lost everything. Lost my car, lost my apartment, lost everything. You never know when you're gonna get your next meal out here, especially if your income hasn't come through yet. So it's just real scary.
What are your hopes?
To get housing for me and my son. I can't be on the streets anymore.
What would you say to Gavin Newsom if you could speak to him?
Help the homeless people, because not all of us are druggies. I am clean. The only thing I do is smoke cigarettes. Everybody thinks that everybody out here is on drugs, and I don't think that's the case. A lot of people are out here because they're on SSI or disability, and it's not enough money to get into housing. There's not a lot of room left on the program. So if you don't have a program and you're on SSI, that's going to lead to homelessness.
How does it make you feel when the politicians literally went through $24 billion? Where did that money go?
I have no idea, but if it was spent on the homeless, I don't see it at all. At all.
At its core, this crisis is not just about housing, it's about humanity. It's about the kind of society we choose to build and the lives we choose to notice. Because behind every statistic is a child who just wants a safe place to sleep, a teenager who just wants a chance to live a normal life, and a parent who is trying their best not to fall apart. Homelessness doesn't mean people have no value, it means they were left without support when they needed it the most. Ignoring it doesn't make it disappear. Looking away doesn't solve anything. The truth is, this issue is closer than most people think, and it can affect anyone under the right circumstances. Change doesn't happen overnight, but awareness is where it begins. Understanding the reality behind homelessness is the first step toward fixing it, because no child should grow up without stability. No teenager should have to fight just to survive, and no family should be forced onto the streets in a country capable of so much more. The real question is not whether this problem exists. It's whether we are willing to do something about it. After hearing all of this, take a moment and ask yourself, how does it make you feel? Not just for a second, but really think about it. The idea that somewhere tonight a child will sleep hungry, a teenager will stay awake out of fear, and a family will try to hold themselves together with nothing left. It's heavy, it's uncomfortable, and it's not something most people want to think about. But that discomfort matters because it reminds us that this is real. It reminds us that behind the numbers are human lives, emotions, and stories that deserve to be seen. Maybe you feel sad, maybe you feel frustrated, maybe even helpless, but all of those feelings mean you're paying attention, and that's where change always begins. When people stop ignoring and start caring, even in small ways, it creates a ripple. Awareness turns into conversation, and conversation turns into action. Now think about this. What if it was you? What if one situation, one bad moment completely changed your life? It's easy to believe it can't happen to us, but for many families, that's exactly what they thought too. Life doesn't always give warnings, and that's why empathy matters so much. Because when we understand someone else's struggle even a little, we stop seeing them as strangers and start seeing them as people just like us. People who didn't choose this life but are trying to survive it. If this video made you think even a little, then don't just scroll past it and forget. Stay aware, stay human. And if you want more real stories like this, stories that open your eyes and make you think, make sure to subscribe and be part of this journey. Because sometimes the smallest action, like spreading awareness, can be the beginning of something bigger.